When entering Chambers Building from the far left side of the building, you will pass two doorways on the left before coming to the first door that takes you into 116 Chambers. This is a science lab room that is used by elementary methods teachers in science. There are lots of storage areas, some covered with doors, some open. Many felt that these materials needed to be inventoried, decided what is used, what is not used. On the far wall there are lots of windows and glass sliding doors which bring in great light, but they also cause problems when you want to darken the room. There's also a heating ventilator behind this smartboard that prevents you from being able to position equipment where you might like to. In this far corner is where it was suggested that perhaps the smartboard or the pull-down screen might be located so that it would be more visible to folks that were sitting around the room in various spots. You can see that student work is kind of hung on the wall. Although there are nice bulletin boards outside the room, there aren't many inside. There are these two shallow sinks, this one and then another on the wall adjacent to the right. And the instructors felt that they were a little messy, not quite as useful as the deep sinks that can be found on the opposite wall of the room. This is the second door to 116 Chambers. This is the second shallow sink that's available. This side of the room where this whiteboard is kind of what is designated as the instructor station, but it's difficult when you have a full room of 30 students to be able to see that from both ends. Also, this pull-down screen is even harder to see when you're sitting on either end of the room. There are lots of storage areas, drawers, and shelving units, but not very well used. Next thing to look at are the tables in the room. There are rectangular tables that have these laminated tops that are old enough that they've begun to warp and they're not flat and smooth. There's also not a lot of leg room underneath the tables, and the chairs are fairly uncomfortable. The tables are put together in sets of 2, and there are 4 chairs for each of the sets. There's really only one way to arrange the room if you need to use all of the tables and chairs that are available. You will see that there is one row of 4 sets of tables and chairs, 16 seats here, and then a parallel row of 4 sets of tables and chairs so that there is seating for a total of 32 students. If there is a small class of maybe 8 to maybe 12 or 15 students, the tables are rearranged in one end, usually around where the whiteboards are, so that it's easy for everyone to be able to see. When you leave 116 Chambers back into the hallway, you will see on either side there are display cases and bulletin boards that are very useful for displaying student work. They're always displayed very attractively. Then you come to the second entrance door into 116 Chambers, which is again nice because it's such a long rectangular room. Moving down the hallway, there are conveniently located restrooms, one side for women, the other for men. And then a little further down the hallway, there is a vending machine where students can purchase snacks. And then just a few steps down the hall are the double doors that take you into the main central area of Chambers Building.